What's up, guys? This is JTQ9 of SSX-1 and welcome back to the channel. We've got a good war today. Season 40, war number 9. This war against Matrix, I felt bad for them because, as you know, the last couple wars, I think we've been on a three, possibly a 4 war losing streak. Definitely 3. And you know what? There's BG3's performance in that was not particularly well. BG1, as I mentioned, has having one of the best records, best seasons on record from SSX anyway. So I want to give a big shout out to them to start. But in this war, we took our vengeance. And we're going to start with that. But for me, I've got a nice short war, 3-fight war with the Holy Blade Trinity. Strategy here is these fights are going to be pretty quick, except for the R5 Doom that I'm going to be dealing with. But basically nothing here to really be scared of. Danger Sense shuts down a lot of anything that could be scary. Just avoid, obviously, getting hit by the special, and if he happens to build up on some of the flourishes, to hit into the block to make them disappear. But I had a power back boost 200 with a 12% attack boost. And I think I was boosted with a 30% here as well, just because I know at this point, the ally 100 fights in was basically, we were deathless. We hadn't died yet. So we had a pretty good war that was kind of coming up. So that first one there, I took care of business there in that first one. So this fight here, I was going back and forth with DLL and myself to see what the best option was. So in the end, I elected to take the fight. I thought I was pretty comfortable. I had taken him before on a different node and had a different strategy this time. The one thing, of course, that I'm always cautious about with Hazard Shift is that because I'm not poison immune, nor am I incinerate immune, something can always go wrong. So, you know, taking 5-hit combos to the face is always a good sign. But I was fortunate enough in this one that the SP2s I were throwing, I was actually doing some decent damage in the sense that I was getting more power back when I was throwing them. So on these ones here, the aura in the past had been messing me up the last time I took the R5 Doom with him. So I elected to push him to SP2s, even though I was blocking him and they are slightly more dangerous. But I felt there was less of a risk of getting a shock on me at that point. Because I remember after watching a bunch of the videos in the past, I noticed that when he did have his aura up, there's always an odd chance that the shock would be applied to me. So I just wanted to avoid that altogether. But very happy to get that fight down. Throwing a bunch of SP2s with the power back, as you saw, went down pretty quickly. This next fight against Spot, I've taken him, 4, maybe 5 times this season? All on different nodes, but the concept with him is basically the same. You have him in Danger Sense mode because he's a dimensional being. Start with the AP1, build up to an SP2, and then just spam that until he is dead. Fortunately, this time I was able to parry because I think last time I took him on the Hazard Shift mini boss one, but and he does a little bit more damage with the SP2 than you would find against Doom. So that's why you're able to get back so much power right away. I elected to have him throw the SP2 here just to be safe, so I wouldn't possibly push him to an SP3. But again, with 3 SP2s, I thought he was dead there. Anyway, so basically 3 SP2s, the power back, and the fight is done. So that was my war on this one. There's a couple of tricky fights that we needed that one specifically for, but in the end, our battle group ended up getting the donut, which was amazing. And our alliance was probably the best performance we've had in a long, long time, with only dying once. So after the abysmal last 2 or 3 wars, we came back fighting, we came back swinging, and unfortunately, the Matrix basically felt the wrath of that one. Because even I think 110, 120 fights in, even for them, I think they were only at like 2 or 3 deaths. So, and knowing that the war was already over for them, it kind of felt nice for us because to get that lead up and to just come back with such a huge momentum shift. Because, as I said, after losing 3 or 4 in a row, you're not in a good spot. You start questioning certain things, and then And then the guy stepped up big time. So congrats, SSX. Lots of fun. Thank you all for tuning into the video, and we shall catch you on the next one.